Let's go. So, GameStop's gonna announce something soon. There was this video. I don't know if I can play the volume on it. I guess we'll see.
Ooh, yeah. What?
I just don't know if we're gonna get screwed for the music.
Why would you need two of those? Oh. Alright, chumps, let's do this. Jenkins.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that. Kind of interesting, I guess. Maybe we'll find out soon enough, I guess. We'll find out soon enough. What's up, Rosh? How you doing, bro? First one in here today. What's up, man? Whoa. 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 Everyone came in real quick. Everyone came in real quick. That was crazy. Went from 1 to 10 exponentially fast. Look at the reflection in the door. Yeah, there's a lot of little tin foils to go in with this thing from what I saw, so but I don't know. Break Studio, what's up, Break Studio? Moose again, what's up, Moose again? Yo, Moose, I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing those kick streams, so you might want to cancel your sub over there. I think I'm gonna stick to YouTube. But yeah, I saw a few things, little tinfoil things like this arrows pointed up. I guess there's a gorilla right here, where he's fell, something like that. Supposedly there's a roaring kitty hang in there poster back there. Never closed. Kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know. Just love GME on the Lambo. You can't see it because my webcam's in the way, but it says love GME right there. And yeah, just a lot of little subliminal messages in here. What does it mean? Who knows? Probably nothing, but I'm excited to see what they're going to announce. Like, what is, Push Start Arcade? I wonder if they're going to do, what I've been talking about, the used digital marketplace, or like a online rental or something like that, where you could just rent the code for like a week of a game. Like, that would be sick. That would be sick. We'll see, though. We'll see. Who posted that? This is, GameStop posted this on Twitter.
Ooh, yeah. What? Holy sh! What is in there? Why would you need two of those? Alright, chumps, let's do this.
Kind of cool.
Jenkins.
Kind of fun.
I can't feel my tail.
I can't feel my tail. That's the part that gets me. I can't feel my tail because in the stock market, a tail is like a bottom or a top. It's called a tail. Like when you get I don't know. I can bring up a chart and show you what a tail is. I mean, I don't have to show you on GameStop exclusively. It can be literally any stock. Like, this is a tail. Like this candle wick, this would be the body of the candle, the red, and then the tail would be the little line, the price it reached to, but it didn't hold, I guess. Like, that would be a tail, so it's kind of interesting. I can't feel my tail when, I don't know. I only find things that equate to price action interesting personally, but we'll see. We'll see. What's up, Matt Romano? I got like 28 days to cancel for sure. Yeah, that was my bad. I thought the kick would go a little better, and I thought it'd be a little more interesting, but it's not easy to pull viewers from one platform to another. It's not easy. So I say we just we cut the kick stream now while we can before I get too committed to it. Cuz it's not really worth it. I tried to fast track to get verification, and I guess you need like 50,000 subs on YouTube, or you need to be a Twitch partner, which I have neither of those. So, maybe when the stream grows a little more, maybe we'll revisit that idea. But for now, the kick is a no-go. But yeah, I have no clue what we're gonna do today. I probably won't even stream for that long, honestly. I wasn't even gonna hop on. So probably just kick it for an hour, see what news there is and all that stuff. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Just no plans to stream too long right now. Crazy. You almost got oversold on the... Wait. Daily? That's crazy, man. You, like, almost got oversold, but not quite. Not quite oversold on the daily. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You're, like, right on that 30% line to be oversold. I mean, can be bullish. If you're into those indicators and stuff. It's just good to see, overbought, and then this massive sell-off, it didn't even go oversold. Like, if it starts pushing 23, 24, well, we're already in 23, but that can be very bullish as far as that indicator goes. Weekly chart, not that exciting, but last time you were down here on the 40 of the RSI, you got a pretty decent run up from like 21 to that 37, and you're chilling there again. As long as this holds, it's good. It's good stuff. Good stuff as long as this holds. Monthly, just flat. It's almost like nothing happened. But it's still got another 14 days in the month, or whenever this month ends. Yeah, 14 days. Everything looks fine there. Pull to enter, like pulling packs. I don't know. There's so many things in that little video. So many things. But, I'm not a tinfoiler, so it's it's interesting, but doesn't do anything for me personally. This is the very beginning. Gonna be fun watching this company perform and grow. It's gonna take a long time. I don't know how fun it's gonna be. It's gonna take a long time. It'll be it's a good bet. We'll see if it works or not. Other Hugh, what's up, Other Hugh? Keeps me entertained after 4 years of investing. Nice. Nice. Gme really interacts with the tin. Yeah, it's interesting whether it's marketing or is it actually, is Ryan Cohen like reviewing that video before they get it posted and be like, yo, add this, or like, is it marketing or is it something more? That's the real question. Yeah, I saw another Seeking Alpha article. Now everyone's stuck on the crypto thing. Everyone's stuck on the crypto. It's genius marketing. If it's more, it's more. What do you guys think about the new Buck the Bunny trailer? What are the two things Buck was referring to? I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. But it's a trailer. I don't know. It's a trailer for something. What do I think about it? I don't. I thought it was a cool little piece of marketing, and that's it. But as far as the two things you're referring to, I have no clue what you're even talking about. Walk New York, GME in the mall. There's people piled in there, a whole bunch of kids in there buying things. They're over the limit of people in the store waiting to get into the shop. Nice. That's lit. That's lit. Hitting a new high on the day. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Not much earnings. Quite a bit at. Oh, you got Fed interest rate decision this week. I assume they're just going to hold it. What is the market pricing in there? I didn't even know that was this week. Market's pricing in no cut. Looks like. No cut. No cut next month. Maybe a cut in September. Let's see, any whales? Any whales? No whales? Push to start and pull to enter as some type of meaning? What is the meaning though? I don't know if you think there's a meaning, what is the meaning? Cuz I don't think there's a meaning. Just seems like a marketing video to me. They're getting ready to announce something. So what is... I don't know. You were hoping I would know? You're hoping that I would know something that nobody knows? Something that doesn't... It's not even real? It's just marketing? I, I don't know. That doesn't... Very interesting. Very interesting, Nick Sutera. Because I don't even look at stuff like that. Like, I'm not a tinfoiler, bro. I just am invested in the stock because I think it's good. So I don't know. I don't look at that stuff like that. Have to wait for the reveal. Yep. I'm hoping it's the used digital marketplace, bro. Or used digital rental marketplace. That's what I want to see. If it ain't that, I'm not interested. Just kidding, I don't know. That's all I want to see, though. How do you get an arcade from that video? It literally says push start on arcade at the top of the building. I don't... just, I don't know, just an idea, but... Just an idea, just a hunch. But it probably has something to do with that. What's up, Break Nation? How you doing, bro? Isaiah, what's up, Isaiah? Everything they do have a purpose. Very debatable. Very debatable. Maybe they're in slot machines now. I mean, Pokemon is a slot machine. Literally. Pokemon's the closest thing to a slot machine for children, basically. Are you planning with GameStop management? I know you have the inside scoop. Well, I definitely don't. I'm just here. What's up, Callum? I don't have any thoughts on the video. It's just marketing in my eyes. I know you guys all look for deeper meanings in all those GameStop posts and stuff, but I really don't. They're cool, they're interesting, but doesn't make me more or less bullish on the stock. I think it's referring we'll all have Lambos. Maybe. Maybe. For as long as you played it. Oh, yeah, just on top of the building it says push start arcade or something like that. Or they adapt some kind of Dave and Buster's model. Hopefully not. That sounds terrible. Hopefully it's just the used digital marketplace. Or used, yeah. Used rental marketplace, basically. Digital rental marketplace. I don't need any physical in-store thing. They need to make it where I can, you know, if I want to play a game for a week, I can buy the code, and, you know, the code is for a week, and then I can go play for a week. Nice. I'm not in the mood for trolls today, so. Yeah. If you want to troll, you're gonna get clapped immediately, because I'm not in the mood. What's up, Kristen? How you doing? I'm just chilling. Just chilling. Representing crypto because you need coins in an arcade. I mean, we'll find out when they reveal it. We'll find out when they reveal it. Meta bring ads to WhatsApp. I'll be pissed if it's an arcade of any type. I mean, if Ryan Cohen thinks it's a good idea, it's a good idea. So, I don't really care what they do. Obviously, whatever they're going to do, Ryan Cohen thinks it's a good idea and thinks it's going to be profitable. So, whatever it is, I'm cool with it. I mean, yeah. At least it's expanding on the business rather than just YOLOing money into whatever it may be. At least it's some sort of expansion potentially. I'd much rather see that. Another revenue source, income source, whatever you want to call it. Damn. Strategy surpasses 592,000 Bitcoin. That's crazy. It's a lot of Bitcoin. Metaplanet hits 10,000 Bitcoin. Damn, they're going crazy, bro. Metaplanet's stacking quicker than anyone else. Well, besides strategy, obviously, but Metaplanet's going hard as fuck on that. What's up, Hugh G? The email they sent out said Arcade is calling. I don't I didn't get the email. I don't think. I subscribed to it. So I should have got it by now, right? I don't think I got it. I swear I checked my email in the morning and it wasn't there. Yeah, I don't have an email. How'd you get the email? That's not fair. That's not fair. How did you get the email and I didn't? I hope GME buys Toys R Us out of bankruptcy. No. Why do you want GameStop to buy a shitty, unprofitable business? That doesn't make any sense. They could adopt the Toys R Us model, but to buy Toys R Us, I disagree. That sounds like a terrible idea. GameStop already has toys and stuff. Like they're already adopting the model. So I disagree with that. Don't remember Nickel City. I never had a Nickel City, but we used to have like a Nickelcade. I think that still exists. I don't know though. It's been a long time since I've been to an arcade. Or an actual arcade, I guess. I don't think Vegas counts. You're about to be pissed, Break Nation. 200 shares on Friday. I think it's a combo of collectible store, arcade, card tournament place, great for birthdays. Good point. That's a good point. That is a very good point. Would you want to be throwing birthday parties in your retail store though, where people come to buy product? I don't know. Unless they're expanding to like another, like separating the retail and the arcade somehow, maybe. I just don't think you'd want a bunch of children running around your retail store. So I don't know. I don't know. Carl Icahn is known for killing short sellers. Who? How? What? I mean, I don't know what made you even say that, but I'll just post this, and they're not doing a very good job at killing short sellers. Just saying. They're not Icon's not doing a very good job. If yeah, I don't know where you got that from. I think there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Well, yeah, of course. Of course, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. That's why it's a good investment. Potentially. KCR, what's up, KCR? I'll take Bitcoin over an arcade, but I could be wrong, obviously. I mean, like I've made this point multiple times, but you can't control what Bitcoin does. So, sure, you might think Bitcoin's a good investment, but you don't know what it's gonna do, where it's gonna go, how it's gonna perform. You don't control Bitcoin. Expanding on the business is something you can control. So, I would rather personally, whatever they're going to do, I much prefer that than investing in something that they have no control in. I don't know. I'm signed up to any post notification available from GameStop. I had to go to that website and freaking Like go to the preview, gamestop.com/preview or whatever, and then I had to type my email into that thing, but they never sent me anything, so I don't know. I don't know. It's whatever, I guess. More spots to get Pokemon cards for me. Bro, in the promos, I'm a Toys R Us adult now. Toys R Us adult. A strip club with crypto? Definitely not. Better hope the kids have barely any friends if we go the birthday party route. Yeah, facts. You have like 3 friends. Yeah, I'm thinking they're gonna have to buy a new building for this as well. I mean, let's be real. If it's an arcade, it's gonna be a digital arcade. You really think they're gonna do a brick and mortar? Like, I don't know. I would assume it would be a digital arcade of some sort. Like I said, hopefully. I mean, I've been talking about this ever since I got in the stock, but use digital marketplace, use digital rental marketplace. Like that's something I've been talking about for a while, and that'd make a lot of sense. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Talking about in the past. There better be a lot going behind the scenes. I mean, at this point, good no matter what. It's already on a good path. But the more they do behind the scenes, the better. I've seen multiple arcades close, never seen Bitcoin lose yet, but I get where you're coming from. I mean, I've seen plenty of people lose on Bitcoin. It's all about timing. And if you're willing to hold through those downturns, but you also haven't seen what Bitcoin's going to do. Bitcoin's only been around, I mean, I don't know how long Bitcoin's been around, what, 20 years? Around there. I mean, where's it going to be in the next 20? We'll see. That's, you can be as bullish as you want, but nobody knows where it's going to be in the next 20 years. Is the stream cutting out? I don't know. Dave and Buster's route. I mean, Dave and Buster's isn't a profitable business, so does that seem like a good idea? I mean, let's find out. I'll tell you right now if it's a good idea and if it's going to be likely. I guess Dave and Buster's actually makes a decent amount of money. Never mind. I thought it was unprofitable. They lost like half their income last year compared to the previous years. So I don't know. You would think GameStop would be trying to get into business, either new ventures or something that would be growing. If they were going to get into something like this, I don't know. You'd think you'd want a business venture that's well, of course this is profitable, but something that's growing. And this doesn't look like it's growing. It actually looks like the opposite. I mean, we'll see. Check the financials before COVID. Good idea. Good idea. Was that 2020 or 2019? I don't remember. I don't remember exactly. Um, about the same profit in 2020, 100 mil. Been around 100 mil, so like doesn't seem like there's much growth there. The income's consistent, but where's the growth? Doesn't seem like there is any growth there. Doesn't seem like there's any growth. Yeah, it's like the same all around, just around 100 million. But I would just I don't know, just judging by today, seeing it lose half of its income after consistently making 100 million for a really long time. I mean, let's see, 2021, were they making 100 million in 2021? 2021's their first loss. But yeah, that just doesn't seem like a good business venture. It's profitable, so that's cool, but I don't know. As for me, as someone invested in the company, I'd want something that can grow, not something that just makes 100 million and that's it. Like that's not just doesn't seem very exciting. It doesn't seem worth the effort either. Like if Dave and Buster's was growing, sure, maybe I could agree, but you can do everything and anything with digital. Yep. I've never even been to Dave and Buster's, so and I would probably never go. Like doesn't seem like something I would be interested in. GameStop has really been posting a lot of game videos lately. Not that it means anything. We'll see. Yeah, they're just trying to grow their socials by any means possible. It's not easy. They could definitely put in more work though. I don't GameStop's YouTube channel is trash, dude. They should be doing like I don't know. They should have a dedicated store where people are like vlogging their everyday like experience working there. You know? I feel like just reposting trailers and whatever, like this is not the best social media route. It's like if they literally just found a store, gave the employees a camera, gave them a little raise. I mean, I bet they would make so much better content that people would actually watch rather than just reposting trash. I don't know. They should hire me for their YouTube channel, but that'll never happen. They don't want to have a successful YouTube channel apparently. They just want to repost trailers. What's up, Ruben? What's up, Zach Tate? I wonder if they're hurting due to locations and or alcohol licensing sales. Could be anything. Could have took on more debt, so they're not making as much money. Like, you'd have to dive into the story, which I am not going to do, because I care zero about Dave and Buster's. And yeah, I don't care about that company at all. Definitely not worth the money spent on buildings. Dave and Buster's is huge. Yep. And equipment. No more kick. Yeah, no more kick. No more kick. There needs to be rules. There needs to be rules. I wish I took yeah, Nick Sutera, we all wish we took profits, but who cares? Who cares? We all wish we took profits, but guess what? You didn't. So, no point in looking backwards. It'll never benefit you. It's a waste of time to sit and think about, oh, I should have took profits. Yeah, we all should have, but you didn't. So, live and learn and move on. Move forward. It's time to look forward. GameStop mega stores. I mean, I don't know. I don't see why you would I don't know why you seem it would yeah, I don't know why you would take all these years to cut stores, cut costs, and then turn around and try to do something you've never done, like opening a mega store or something like that. I mean, maybe they'll do it, but I don't know. I feel like that just seems like all the progress they did trying to do something like that. It's like, I don't know, it seemed like it, just from my perspective, it seems like all that progress would have been a waste. No rules was your rule. It was a short life on Kick, but it was enough for me. I mean, the Kick channel's never gonna grow anyway. There's no reach on there. So it's besides I forgot what I was just gonna say. Forgot what I was gonna say. I need to go to the bathroom though. I'll be right back. You take profits. The biggest profit I took was making new friends along the way. No regrets. Fair. Very fair. Why does it seem like a negative day in here right now? I don't think it seems that negative, you know? I don't think anyone's really too excited, but it doesn't seem negative. I'm sure a lot of people are upset after last week, but it is what it is. They'll get over it. I mean, I got over it. Won't sell till 500 a share at least. Okay. Then don't talk about how you wish you were taking profits. That's it's weird. It's weird to say you wish you took profits and then turn around and say you won't sell till 500 a share. That doesn't really make any sense. DC, what's up, DC? What's up, Muma? How you doing, bro? Hope you had a good weekend. Want Citadel to go bankrupt? Well, Citadel is literally the 10th largest shareholder and second largest call holder, so they're not going bankrupt. Gobnobber, what's up? How's the leap? I don't know. I haven't checked it, but leaps are so dumb. Leaps are stupid, bro. I could have just bought 100 shares and I'd be up like $200, but I bet that leaps up like $60, $100. Waste of time to buy leaps. Waste of time to buy options. Shit's dumb, bro. Options are actually stupid. I'll be getting rid of that thing as soon as possible, whenever it actually goes up in value. But that leap was a very dumb purchase. Should have just bought 100 shares. and I fucked up. I bought the 22 call when I thought I was on the 20 call the whole time, but turns out I bought a 22, and that's also part of the reason why it's not going up as much. But yeah, I will after this I'll never buy an option ever again, unless it's like a like a monthly or something, quick little option trade. But never again will you ever see me buying an option, because that was the dumbest purchase ever. All right, Nick Sutera. I'm gonna give you a warning, bro. Quit talking about like tinfoil shit, because nobody in here agrees with you. Nobody even understands what you're talking about. So, I don't know. Find something else to talk about, because nobody agrees with anything you're saying. I feel like you're just trying to get a reaction out of my chat, and you're doing a good job at it, but it's time for you to stop. Doing a very good job at getting reaction out of the chat. They were asking me, so I was answering them. Well, don't answer them. we get your perspective. Squeeze plays looking like it's slowly relying on upcoming GTA 6 release. Tell me I'm wrong. Well, you're very wrong. You don't if you think games if you think GameStop the stock relies or revolves around GTA 6, then you don't know how the stock market works. It's yeah, you're very wrong. You're very wrong. Any news? Got a side gig painting on Saturday and Sunday. Chill weekend though aside from that. Oh nice, a painting gig? Let's go. That should be fire. Painting's a good ass gig. Well, you're gonna tell me I'm wrong when my whole chat just when you come into my stream and ask for my opinion, and my whole chat tells you you're wrong. You're gonna say we're wrong. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, no news. They had a little game. They're gonna be releasing or announcing something soon. They had a trailer for something on their Twitter, but nobody knows what's it for. What it's for. Everyone's just speculating. Yahoo Finance chart is graduating, can draw pattern lines. Interesting. I've never done analysis on Yahoo. I just use it for the price. What's up, Mudcats? Hope you had a good weekend as well, my friend. Might not, but whichever route it goes, I'm fine with. Just remember this conversation. $84 shares, nice. I might be one of the most excited people in here for GTA 6, and I promise you has no chance of inducing the squeeze, yeah. I mean, GTA 6 is just going to be like the Switch 2 release, basically. It's nothing. It's going to be a little hype event. It'll make them a little extra money, but what more? It's not going to be much more than that. Really has nothing to do with the stock market. Yeah, just like the Switch 2 is going to make us squeeze, right? No. I think I'm going to relax for a bit. Nice. Taking the week off on GTA 6 release. Switch 2 is going to help with a profitable quarter, but thinking it was going to help the stock squeeze is nuts. Yeah. I think that's, you know, I don't know if it was the Switch 2 that necessarily people thought it was going to squeeze, but maybe the profitable quarter. But as you know, as we talked about and as you saw, just because you post the best numbers ever, it doesn't mean anything. Great PS5 GameStop squeeze because Pepperidge Farm doesn't. Excuse me. Microsoft handheld, yep. Any theory on the upcoming GameStop news? Fun trailer. Everyone thinks they're gonna do like an arcade. I mean, if you know, anyone who's been here for a while knows what I hope, and I've already mentioned it like 5 times already. But you know, you use digital marketplace, or used, yeah, either used digital marketplace or used like rental place, or digital rental. Hopefully, you know, ideally it's one of those two things. Because, I mean, both cases are very valuable to GameStop. It's like, if you have a used game you don't play anymore, and you could sell it to GameStop, and then they could turn around and resell your used digital game, that would be pretty dope. And then on the, you know, on the rental side of things, if you're able to just like get a code for a week or two or whatever and play for a week or two a new game that comes out or something, like that'd be really cool too. But yeah, everyone's think it's going to be like an arcade type thing. And I'm hoping it's going to be the marketplace I've talked about for, you know, forever. That's really what I want to see. I want to see the used digital marketplace, man. I think that's such a clutch. If you're able to pull it off, I think that's such a clutch, like, little extension to the business. And it, you know, it's digital. That in-game chat's gonna be something else. I mean, hopefully you guys enjoy it. I probably won't be playing. The likelihood of me getting GTA 6 is very low. Very, very low. Where did you see anything about major news being released? I didn't see any new major news. There's just that trailer that something is gonna get announced. End up on a list. Yeah, I remember talking with you when I first called in about reopening the NFT marketplace, the digital marketplace. We'll see. Not gonna get myself hyped up. Yeah, me either. It'll be cool to see what they announce, no matter what it is. Cool to see GameStop, the company, engaging with GME, the investor base, with little Easter eggs. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the announcement. You know, the tinfoil stuff is whatever. I can't wait to see how they're trying to expand. I think it'll be about something about NFTs and crypto. What though? What about NFTs and crypto? That is a very broad thing. Like what? Like I don't know. That's a very broad statement. If they listen to my phone calls, I'm already on it. Use your old game as a credit for the newest version, digital or physical. GameStop digital pawn shop. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We may have to gift it to Corey. Nah, I don't want it. I don't even want to play it. I don't I don't like video games. I don't even want to get into it. Don't even want to play it. Like I'm good. I'm good. You guys can tell me how much fun it is and I'll be like, "Yeah." I'll cheer you on as you play Grand Theft Auto. No time for gaming when you have family, a business, and stock market. I mean, the stock market isn't anything special, but business and family I can agree with. Original thesis for GameStop buy last year was a digital market opportunity. I'm happy they're getting back to it. No clue. I chat GPT'd the meaning of push to start, pull to enter. Well, there's your problem, Nick Sutera. You shouldn't be getting your information from chat GPT. You should be able to like come up with your own ideas and think for yourself and use your brain. I don't people who get their ideas from chat GPT or any sort of AI, I can't get behind it. I can't get behind you because I just can't, man. I just can't get behind people who use AI for their info. Can't get behind it. You gotta be able to like come up with your own ideas and think for yourself, like straight up. Retail store business is hard. GME needs to turn their store into social meeting locations. Uh, I don't. I disagree. I really disagree. Like the social stuff's cool, but does that really does that really make them more money? I don't know. Debatable. You can own a meth business. I mean, I can do that in real life. I can do that in real life. I just don't know. What do you mean by social meeting locations? Like, how is that? They're already doing the in-store events, so I just don't get how you think that's. I'm just confused on this statement. Retail store is where you make money because you buy products to sell. Having people just come into the store to do an event or meet up or whatever it may be, like, sure, that's good for the fan base, for the community, but it's not more profitable, I don't think. So I guess I just don't understand. Retail is dead. Everything can be obviously retail is not dead. GameStop just posted a 33 million net or profit in the US. So to say retail is dead is an opinion and that's not accurate. Go look at the financials. They disagree with you by a lot. Retail is not dead. People want to go inside stores. Retail is probably never going to die. That's a huge opinion. Very massive opinion that isn't accurate. What if retail's dead, the JWM, JWN, I forget. Oh wait, they got bought out, huh? Yeah, they got bought out, I think. I think Nordstrom got bought out. Yeah, they got bought out. But I mean, their last 10K profitable. So yeah, retail is dead. I don't agree. $17-year-old son put 35K at stocks, is already at 50K. Nice. I'm in it for a squeeze. I have no clue what investment route they want to go. Well, it's probably never squeezing, so you better get comfortable holding. All right, Nick Sutera. I gave you a warning, bro. You can come back tomorrow if you want. But I already gave you a warning to stop talking about fucking tinfoil shit. And stop trying to get a reaction out of my chat. And, yeah. And you didn't listen. Like most people don't listen. Very surprising, huh? What's up, Survive and Thrive? I mean, you guys gotta not let the trolls, get in your head. Like, you shouldn't be even, like, reacting to those people, you know? That's all they want. They just want you to react so they can type more random stuff that means nothing, and, I mean, you're just feeding it. You know? Like, he's the problem, but you guys are also feeding it. If you just ignored him, would he keep talking? Probably, but you could just block him. There's a lot of other things you could do instead of reacting. Let's hope I'm wrong. Okay, I should say dying. Yeah, but go look at the financial statements of a lot of retail companies. Don't agree with you. So, you can say retail is dying all you want, but go look at the numbers. You're wrong. Like, you can say it's easy to just say things. It's pretty easy to just say things. Borderlands 4 is going to be a $70 game. What's up, Survive and Thrive? I don't know if I said what's up to Survive and Thrive, but hope you're doing good, bro. Hope you had a good weekend. Trump Mobile. This is a real thing. I saw this earlier. Trump fucking Mobile, bro. Is anyone gonna get on the Trump Mobile phone plan? You gonna get a gold phone? I don't think you actually get a gold phone, but Liberty Mobile. $20 a month? It's not bad. Not bad. Hmm. Tesla blows past stop school bus and hits kid-sized dummies in full self-driving tests. That's no bueno. No bueno. Direct line to the White House. Sketchy phone. Probably puts all your convos and activities on his platform. Truth. I don't think it's a. I think it's a different or a separate company from DJT. I think it's a completely new company. I didn't read about it. Go back to it. I think it's a complete new thing though. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's a brand new company. It's not DJT. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything special. Just another phone plan. It's I feel like a very random business to get into, but whatever. Just seems pretty random. Did Rematch come out today? Is that why I'm seeing so much Rematch? I'm assuming this came out today. Just because there's so many articles. Oh, maybe it's not out yet. Wait. Oh yeah, it did come out today. Are any of you guys playing Rematch right now? Looked like a interesting game. Rainbow Six Siege 10 is out today. I think painting's gonna be my next side hustle, honestly. A blast and a half, seeing a space change color like that. Yeah, and it's not too much work. Not crazy amount of work, not a crazy amount of upfront cost. And you can charge quite a bit for the jobs. Painting's a really good thing. You could try to learn how to get a, or I don't know exactly what you would need, but you could learn how to paint the outside of houses too. That could be really cool. You probably just need like a, I don't know what you'd call it, just a paint sprayer of some sort. Made like 1,200 bucks minus 500 in supplies. Bought a sprayer, painted inside a dude's garage. Oh, nice. I was thinking you were just doing That's even better. I thought you were doing like inside, just hand. That's even better. Yeah, you probably have everything you need to be doing like outside of houses and stuff. Then that's fire, dude. Let's go. Yeah, honestly, you probably make more painting than pressure washing. Just painting is a little more for supplies. In and out already today. It's great. Nice, dude. That's fire. I mean, it's just another, just another service you can add to the list. They say no to the pressure washing. You can ask them if they need paint. If they say no to paint, maybe they need car detailing. If they say no to car detailing, maybe they need their windows washed. Like, who knows, man? The more services, the better. The more services, the better. Covered in paint, though. Yeah, I guess that is the downside, but you just buy some beater clothes for your jobs, I guess. Did he get in the union yet? I don't really know what you're asking, bro. I'll be honest. I don't really know what you're asking. He just lives his life, bro. Just like everyone else. He just lives his life. I don't necessarily know. I really don't. I actually really don't know what you're asking. Just a person who lives their life like anyone else. Clear gutters. Yeah, clearing gutters could be a good one, man. That's an easy thing, or a potential easy service that easily look past. My bad. I just remember seeing him that one day, just asking if he was doing good. That's all. Oh, I see. I see. I think so. He's doing fine. I don't know. I don't really talk to him. I'll be honest. He just works and then gets fucked up during the weekends, and I don't hang out with him because I don't like hanging out with people who get fucked up. It's not in my best interest. Moving people. Yeah, moving you would need like I mean, if you could help people move if they already had like the U-Haul and stuff, but if you wanted to like move people, you would have to get a truck, like one of those box trucks or like a pro master or something. A pro master at the minimum. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely like help people move if they already have the vans and stuff ready to go. I've, there's so many services you can do, but you definitely want to, you know, uh, focus on the ones that bring the most value for you and the customer. Kind of like I feel like painting brings a lot of value. I mean, I don't know how long that job took Muma, but $1,200 for one job, that's seems very fire. Seems very good. What's up, Kristen? I'm doing good. I'm just chilling. How are you doing? How you doing? Painting effort to pay was the best. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Seems like quite a bit for one job. How long did that job take you? Like 4 hours? 5? I started at like 7 a.m. packing up still. 1 p.m. So yeah, 5. That's not bad. Or 6, I guess technically. That's pretty fucking good for one day, bro. For a little 6-hour shift, that's fire. That's fire, bro. Make a week pay in a day, real quick. Holding GMEU down to suppress price action on GME. Uh, you do realize GMEU follows GME, not vice versa. I'm just yeah, don't know where you got that idea from when GMEU is literally built around GameStop. Doesn't doesn't really make any sense. I set up taping though Sunday evening a bit, maybe 2 hours, bit much though. Okay, that's fair. So 8 hours total, 9 hours maybe total. Either way, like no matter how you look at it, that's a good ass day, bro. You made like $80 an hour, or a good ass job, I should say. Made like $80 an hour, and I'm sure it wasn't like too crazy. Prep work is longer than the spring itself. 5185 GME shares. I was just moving to the music. I'm dancing and singing. I'm moving. I gotta piss again, dude. I don't You would be proud of me today. I bought 750 shares of GME at 22.70. I'm on the GME train now. Holy shit, Elvis. No fucking way, dude. Well, if that wasn't a sell single, I don't know what is. I'm just kidding. Oh man. Hell yeah, Elvis. That's funny as fuck. That makes me laugh, bro. That makes me laugh. That's so funny, bro. That I'm actually dead. I'm actually dead. I mean, that's a good ass price to be buying some shares, bro. We'll see what happens, you know, in the short term. But it seems like a good purchase to me. Seems like a good purchase to me. You know, I'm biased, but that's funny, bro. That's so funny. I bought quite a few shares on the dip. I don't really know how many, but I plan on trading a little more potentially, depending how the price action goes. God, I don't even know. Let me think. God, I'm pushing a lot of shares, man. I'm pushing a lot of shares. Sometimes I wish I had more at times, but I'm still like, holy shit. I might have to what's it called? I might have to make a pizza here in a minute. 613 shares at 23.72. Nice. Nice. Saw your email. I reply today. House chores. All I'll say is be careful talking to other people outside of the stream. I don't know if you guys like know each other or what, but just be careful talking to people outside the stream, bro. There's you know, no offense to anyone here, but there's some weirdos out there, man. You never know who you're talking to. So, just be careful. Just be careful. I figured you would laugh when I told you I bought in. I mean, it does make me laugh. It makes me think it's going lower. It makes me think we're but it's fine. I'm just fucking with you anyway. GMEU can break and hold 1510. We're gonna pump. James, GMEU follows GME. So the only reason GMEU exists is because of GME. So GMEU's price action has nothing to do with anything. GMEU's price action is just following GameStop. I hope so, KCR. I'm blaming Corey. I mean, you can't blame me. Can't blame me. I didn't make you click the button. You were so you've been so confident the past 7 months that it was going to $19. So it's not my fault that your confidence broke. And I literally was just about to say that. I'm like, now it's going to $19. Unfortunately, you jinxed it. Now it's going there. Probably, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Still no announcement on the bonds being filed. Unless they do it early, you'll get it after hours, but tomorrow. Tomorrow is when the bond is supposed to be complete. Me and Nation are in this chat. We're pretty weird. What's up, Hussein Sauce? How you doing, man? Hope you had a good weekend. Good 4% day we were having. The shorts gave up already. We'll see. It's just one day. It's just one day. Hugh, is your comment on Friday about missing out? I kind of remember, but I kind of don't. You're welcome for the financial advice. That shit's funny, man. That shit's funny. Elvis the Boomer up in GameStop now. That shit's funny, bro. I mean, let's be real. Anyone who can read a balance sheet, this is a good ass price to buy GameStop, you know? Sure, it might drop more, you know? Yeah, it probably won't go up for a while, but where the balance where the balance sheet is gonna be versus where it's at, right? Or where the market cap is right now, like pretty solid buy, I would say. And I think any fundamental analyst would agree, unless they were biased. So, I mean, what you're gonna have 6385 plus, if they do the full thing, 26. We'll just say 26. So you're gonna have about 9 billion in cash. You're gonna have 500 million of Bitcoin. You're gonna have 4 to 500 million in inventory. So you're pushing over 10 billion in assets, and the stock's trading at fucking 10.3 billion market cap. Like, that seems ridiculous, man. That seems absolutely ridiculous. The only time I ever have seen companies trading at their market cap is if they don't make money and it's like kind of failing and going downhill, or it's on the precipice of either going downhill or turning around. Like, I've never seen something like this, bro. Like, GameStop's literally gonna post I don't know, I forgot the number, but like 100 mil quarter next quarter, and it's trading at the market cap, or yeah, it's trading the same market cap as the assets. Like, that just seems insane, man. That just seems absolutely insane. 2270 is almost 80% cash or something like that. Don't know exactly. Something like that. But that's only for a short amount of time. I mean, 22.7 times 447. You're going to be at that in literally, I mean, for the as far as the cash goes, you're going to be at that by the end of the year, but you're already there if you're counting all the assets. If you're counting all the assets, you're already there. I know a lot of people only focus on the cash, but they have really high quality inventory and, you know, the Bitcoin. Well, so it's going to be at 8.5 billion actually, cuz I forgot the Bitcoin was probably like 400 million, so 8.5 billion cash, you know, 500 mil Bitcoin, 400 mil assets, so you know, about 9.5. I forgot last quarter they didn't have the Bitcoin purchase quite yet. $19 gonna be cash value per share if the offering closes at 2.68. Is it 19? Yeah, I think you're right. 19 times 447. Yeah, you'd be under it. You'd probably be under it at that point. $19 price point was the king of rocking trolls on Corey. You would have loads of Jewish girls around you with that money. Selling at 29. Boring. Boring. 29. 29. Boring. Just kidding. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Most of Wall Street is so focused on revenue because having this much cash and no debt is rare, I think. Yeah, I think so too. I don't think there's really any companies that have no debt. The cash, you know, the cash, I mean, for a company the size of GameStop, the cash is unique, but the cash isn't like that unique. But the zero debt is definitely very unique. I mean, technically they have debt now, but it's 0% interest, so doesn't really matter. FOMO hitting Elvis. Nah, I wouldn't say it's FOMO. I mean, anyone who knows anything about fundamental analysis would, or even technical analysis, you know, you go look at the chart, like, anyone would agree GameStop is a good purchase here. Unless, you know, like I said, unless they are biased. Unless they're biased and they're just a GameStop hater, you know, maybe they wouldn't agree, but anyone with half of a brain would agree that GameStop is a good purchase here. Do they own the shops they have? Or are they rented? Yeah, they're rented. Ain't nobody gonna give this company a fair reevaluation or a fair anything. Oh, they will. Bro, you're so early into the GameStop game. Like, you guys need some patience. Big money moves slow, my friend. It's not gonna happen in the time frame you want it because you're trying to get rich tomorrow. But if you just let big money move, and you have the patience, everything you want to happen is gonna happen in time. It's just not gonna happen in the time frame you want it because that's not how this shit works. So they could close more shops if it had to be done. They're going to close more for sure. They're not done closing shops yet. They're not done yet. pumped that GME mega tanked. I'm only down 3% of my position. Very satisfied with the stack I built over 4 years. Yeah, that's fire. I've like increased my position exponentially, and I'm still somehow profitable. I don't know how. I don't know exactly what I'm at, but I mean, a year ago, I didn't even have close to the position I have now. And $18, I was down like 25K. Now, you know, if it went to $18, I think $18 is I'd probably be down a little bit. I think 2021's my like actual cost basis at this point with the size of position I have. But yeah, I've absolutely crushed the trade. I mean, not crushed it, but the trading has helped. It's helped a lot. I would never say it. I mean, last year I crushed it, but this year have not crushed it. Been very trash trading. I like that saying, big money moves slow. I mean, it does. It really does. It's like a boat crash. Lowered my cost average a bit last week. Nice. Down 9%. What's my trading strategy? I usually just trade dollar ranges. Haven't been doing it that much. But when I first got in the stock, there's a lot of trading to be had. Like I bought a bunch of shares down like 22. I don't know how many, but I think I sold I already have my buys and sells set up, so I don't even have to think about it. I don't even have to look at it. It does everything for me. But so I bought, I don't know how many shares at like anywhere from 21 to 23. Say I bought like 600 shares. I really don't know how many I bought. I think I sold 50 at 23. I have another sell at 23.69, and I have a buy at 22 and a buy at 21.69. If my 23.69 sell gets hit, I'll put a buy at 22.69, and yeah, that's how I'm trading it, because I don't want to sit here and stare at the chart. So I just put in my orders and it does it for me because I'm lazy and I also don't care. At this point, if you know, at this point, if it's going to take this long for the stock to go up throughout time, I'm going to trade it. I don't really care. I'm going to continue to trade it, and I'm going to trade it a little more aggressively than I've been trading it the past few months. Or the past couple months, I should say. Past few months, I've barely traded at all. Besides, like, the past couple months. So, yeah. I mean, we'll see if the trading strategy works, but ultimately I don't really care. That's a good thing. I have so many shares that whatever reoccurring buys I do later would not move my average much, even if I were to buy on a regular interval at above the 40 of something. Yeah. I'm down 1.67 at the moment with today's pump. Try harder. We buy in your stupidity. No negative comments from the king of trolls. Nice. I mean, I will appreciate that. I love when people are positive and respectful in my chat. It's really appreciated. And you're not just saying things to, you know, get a reaction out of people. Even though you might be. You might be. So you only trade GME? Yep. Yep. And if I wasn't trading GME, I'd be doing the same strategy on the SPY. Like, it's Doesn't matter what you trade if you trade the way I do. But I got a feeling I'm not going to see my 22 buy hit. Got a feeling that's not going to hit. I was hoping it would hit in the morning and then go up to 23, but that's not how it worked. Didn't work out that way. Buy low, sell high. I mean, yeah, but just taking advantage of small intervals. Like, if this goes up to 23.69 here towards the end of the day, you know, that'll be a... I mean, I'm not going to be too happy with the sell, obviously, because I want to hold the stock long term, but ideally, you know, it goes up 23.69, it sells back down below 23. I'm able to buy another 50 shares back, and then it climbs back up to like 24 or something. And then I sell it like 24.69, it drops back to like 23 or 23.69, I buy back, you know, and just rinse and repeat. If it continues to just go up, like, that kind of sucks. The trading strategy is a waste of time at that point, but we'll see. We'll see. Driving the train now. After 2 rounds of convertible debt strategy seems straightforward. How to trade GME. I mean, maybe. You know the stock, so that's why you stick with it, I see. I'm new to all this. Yeah. I mean, I know the stock, but I also hold a lot of it, so it's easy for me to even, you know, it's easy for me to buy more. And if it keeps going down, you know, I don't really care. So that makes it easy. But at the same time, I don't really like selling because I believe in it long term. But it's just, if it's going to continue to trade like this, where it's, you know, takes fucking 2 months to get back up into the 30s, and then we do a senior note and it sells off 40-60% in 4 days, like, I don't know. It's just, I'll just take advantage of the short-term price action as much as I can, while I still continue to build the long-term position as well. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Selling at 29, then rinse and repeat till I get burned. Fair. Fair enough. I fear now that they are posting profits and balance sheets looking better than ever. I'm going to start taking profits. It's going to keep climbing. I mean, what is the... I don't know what the balance sheet has to do with taking profits. The balance sheet strengthening should give you more conviction to hold, if anything. So I don't really understand that thinking. The balance sheet should be giving you more conviction, make you want to buy more, from my perspective, not make you want to take profit. Is this my full-time job? I don't know. I don't really consider this a job. I'm just here. I'm just here. Makes me not want to take profits. Oh, maybe I read it wrong. Oh, no, I didn't read it wrong. You typed it wrong. Gotcha. I'm only trading it because I added a lot of shares and I want to add more. But, you know, it's it's been it's been a while since I've started trading, or since I've traded this aggressively, so I feel like it's not gonna work. You know, I really do. I feel like it's not gonna work, but I'm still gonna see what happens. Man, I think I'll save this article for tomorrow. Just not really in the mood to read right now. Has there been any Pokemon drops? I saw the Blooming Waters drop at Target, but other than that, I don't think there's been like any Pokemon drops, huh? Did you get your cards graded? Nah, they just literally like they just barely got to PSA. That shit takes forever, man. That shit takes so long. Like, I probably won't get my cards back for another like 2 weeks, straight up. It's such a slow process. It's like 45 days turnaround. I think that's like the minimum is 45 days. So it could take up to like 2 months for you to get your cards back. It's pretty wild. So I've been looking around for GameStop news. I'm not seeing anything about where people are speculating about arcade games or really anything about news. It's just a video on their Twitter. It's not news. I think there's only like 2 or 3 news sites that actually covered it. What the hell? Thought I was already signed in. Yeah, you gotta go to GameStop's Twitter. And it's this video.
Ooh, yeah. What? Holy sh! What is in there? Why would you need 2 of those? Oh. Ooh. Whoa. Alright, chumps, let's do this. Jenkins. I can't feel my tail.
So yeah, that's all it is. Nothing special. Well, I mean, some people find it very special, but Not special to me. So what does it mean? You tell me, bruh. You tell me. GT40 out front's tough. What made you like the currency cards less? I just don't think they're popular enough to be valuable, and Bitcoin's at all-time highs, and the boxes I bought didn't even go up in value. They actually went down in value. I was selling the Series 2 boxes for like 65 bucks a piece 7 months ago, and now now you can't even sell them really. I mean, I sold all of them, so I got rid of them, but I think, yeah, they just don't seem like a good investment. I'd rather buy Pokemon, or, at that point. The reason why I bought the currency cards is I thought if Bitcoin or crypto in general gained value, those cards would gain value, but that wasn't the case. Maybe they'll go up in the future, who knows, but I don't really care. And also, I don't really like physical things to begin with. I'd rather, even the Pokemon I've already bought, I would have much rather at this point just bought more GameStop than any of the Pokemon I've bought. Except maybe the Pokemon Center boxes. Those are potentially a very good buy. But everything else, I just like digital assets, man. I prefer digital assets. eBay dealing collectibles and trading cards, it would be a good idea to buy their inventory for that part of the business, or make a partnering deal with them if that's profitable. Just thinking. I don't know what you mean, Ruben. I don't know what you mean. Not sure what you mean. Feel like you'd be able to play games on the GameStop website. I mean, we'll see when they announce it. Who knows? Got a cat inside the game store. They have the poster. Hang in their poster back there. Whatever it is, I'm pumped for the reveal of something new. The only real news releases I've seen since 21 is NFT Marketplace in partnership with PSA. Yeah. Will be nice. And the Bitcoin reserve. If you sell those Pokemon Center ETBs, I'll buy them. I probably won't sell them. We'll see, though. Hopefully they announce it sooner than later. I want to see what it is. Leaving me on a cliffhanger. It's the timeline of the announcement. I have no clue, dude. I have no clue. Probably the end of the week. End of the month, most likely. I would say end of the month. Can't you call up Ryan Cohen? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I always forget I have Ryan Cohen's number. Hey, Ryan. I got Ryan on speed dial, bro. I got Ryan on speed dial. It didn't even ring, yeah, because he sees I'm calling and he answers immediately. He knows. He can't even let it go past the first ring. Second he sees that name, he's clicking green. Sometime this week. No more normal PSA webpage. Wait, what? No more normal PSA webpage? I don't know what you mean. Likely before next earnings. They could announce it on earnings as well. They could announce it on the earnings. Yeah, Ryan Cohen on walkie talkie. Yeah, bro, I got that Boost Mobile, you know. Where you at? Where you at? It's just gonna respond with YOLO. YOLO. This was the reverse YOLO. We got the reverse YOLO this time. Yeah, I should I don't know, it's gonna be exciting. People tinfoil so hard on this shit, bro. It's crazy, man. People are such tinfoilers. Ryan has listened to his father's wise words. Actions speak louder than words. And when he takes action, there will be no words needed for his plan. I hope then they rip the eyes out of all the shorts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I'm making pizza. I'm excited. I predict 10 billion cash by end of year and likely at least one more convertible note. If they do another convertible note, it's gonna be way more than 10 bill, but all right, peace out, survive and thrive. Have a good one. But yeah, 10 billion's a pretty accurate speculation. If they don't raise more money. If they raise more money, if they do another two convertible bonds, it's going to be like 15 billion. They do these every quarter, which it's possible. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know I don't know how often or how many of these senior bonds you can do. I feel like it would be pretty endless. Like you could just do one every quarter. But who knows? The more free money the better. Well, it's probably going to depend on the stock price. You think by the next quarter, if the price is still at like 25 bucks, you think they're going to raise 3 billion? Probably not. If it goes to 40, sure. Or goes back up to the 30s. Sure, I could see him raising more. But that seems to be the consistent play is only raising money when the stock price is up, because it just, I don't know. I'm curious to see what's going to happen if they raise another 2 to 5 billion and the stock's sitting at a 15 billion, 15 billion in cash. It's sitting at like a 15 billion market cap. What's going to happen when they raise money again after that? Like, how's the stock going to sell off below the cash? I don't know. Seems like it would be irrational for the market to push the stock that low. So at like some point, it seems like if they keep raising money like this, every time they raise money, the stock might start going up instead. That's just a speculation, of course. Who knows? But that's what it would seem like to me. If that Project Rocket, that's that's what Project Rocket would seem like to me. Two more earnings this year, yeah, possible close to 13 to 15. Yeah, I guess it just depends what they're gonna do as far as raising money goes. They've already raised a lot, already raised what, once this one completes, over 4 billion with 0% interest. Like, they've raised a lot of money already. Are they going to go down that path? Are they going to just continue to raise money every quarter and raise, $100 billion in the next few years? Next, like, probably about like 7 years, around there, if that's what they're going to do. And interest rates still should be relatively high in, the next 7 years. So all the money they're raising is just free income. I just don't know. I just don't know if that's the route. I don't know if that's the route. That's when the notes end. Not if they keep raising more money. If they keep doing this next year, there's just going to be more bonds, and it's going to be endless maturities in the next 5-7 years. If they do, if they do 4 notes a year for the next 5-7 years, they can raise a lot of money. And that's going to be a lot of net income. And then if they pay the investors back, or the bond investors back in cash, there's no dilution of the stock. They just collected all that money for free. And then they brought the value back to the shareholders by, paying the bond investors back in cash rather than shares. So all this money, the 2 times they've sold bonds at $30, we should get all that back in the future, potentially. And then even if they don't pay back in cash, and they pay back in shares, and they dilute the shit out of the stock, I don't know if it really matters, because they're going to have hundreds of billions of dollars and be making multiple billions of dollars every year on interest. So even if, in any scenario, if they keep raising money, it's a positive thing. Also feels like we're going to get an explosive Q2 earnings. I mean, we are, but as you saw last earnings, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Everyone and their mom thought we were going to go up on earnings last earnings, and you saw how that went. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to get a good Q2 no matter what, but doesn't mean anything for the stock. The free money isn't a thing. They can choose to pay back in cash, but the amount of cash is determined by the share price. So it's not like they can pay back the same amount they got to start. They pay back at the conversion price, which is $35, I believe. There's no interest on the bond, so they pay back the bond with how much they owe on the bond, which is whatever they frickin' did the bond for. If they were to pay the bond investor back in shares, you're right, it would depend on the shares, but they're still getting 2 point or whatever 1.5 billion back in the shares, I believe. Or the conversion price. Not really sure how that works because there's no interest on the bond, so pretty sure they just pay back what they owe. So yeah, I don't know. It's free money. Crazy if market cap dropped below current cash. I mean, it's anything's possible in the stock market. I don't know how necessarily crazy it would be. This might sound like a really stupid question, but if they just had to pay back what they owe, what would be the point for the investor to loan them money for the next amount of years to gain nothing? Well, for the bank, they're going to get exposure to the cash because they're going to, take the cash and just put it in the bank. So for the bank, it's easy because it's free money for the bank. But for the bond investor, I don't know. That's why I think they just get the conversion price. I don't think I don't think they get it for because where the stock price is trading at right now, if you're an investor in that bond, you're technically down on your investment, I believe. Potentially. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Good questions. But from my understanding, with how bonds work, especially at 0%, there's no gain. The only gain you would get is from the exposure of the equity. But if you're not going to get paid back in equity, I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, we could probably read about it. For March 15th, 2032, holders will have the right to convert their notes only upon the satisfaction of specified conditions and during certain periods on or after March 15th, 2032, until the close of business on the scheduled trading day, immediately preceding the maturity date. Holders may convert all or any portion of their notes at any time. Upon conversion, GameStop will pay or deliver, as the case may be, cash shares, or a combination of both at its election. The conversion rate for the notes will initially be 34.5872 shares Class A common stock per $1,000. So what would that be? $1,000 divided by 34.5872. That would be $28.91. So there's your conversion price. I don't think these bond investors are able to collect over the conversion price potentially. That's the point of being a bond investor, is your downside is limited for your upside, because if, in the case GameStop goes bankrupt or something and they have to liquidate, the bond investors are, the people who get their money back, not us. So there is a cap on bond investing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you just get the conversion price. So, if people are buying the bonds down here at $21 or whatever, you get if by the maturity date it's trading above 30, I'm pretty sure you only get this. You don't get anything above. as far as I'm aware. But bro, I don't. These senior bonds are new to me, so I don't necessarily know. But what I know about bonds is you have 0% interest. There's nothing to pay back. Well, besides the initial investment, I guess. The initial conversion price of the notes represents a premium of approximately 32.5% over the U.S. composite volume weighted average price of Class A common stock, blah, blah, blah. Conversion rate will be subject to adjustment in some events, but will not be adjusted for any accrued or unpaid special interest. In addition, following certain corporate events that occur prior to the maturity date, or if GameStop delivers a notice of redemption in respect to the notes, GameStop will, in certain circumstances, increase the conversion rate of the notes for a holder who elects to convert its notes in connection with such a corporate event or convert its notes called or deemed called for redemption during the related redemption period. GameStop may not redeem the notes prior to June 20th, 2029. GameStop may redeem for cash all or any portion of the notes at its option on or after June 20th, 2029. If the last reported sale of price A class common stock has been at least 130% of the conversion price for the notes, then in effect for at least 20 trading days, whether or not consecutive, during any 30 consecutive trading day period. Yeah, so I think if, this is trading above 130% of the conversion note, GameStop has, for the 20 days, I think GameStop has the choice to take those notes early, but they only have to pay the conversion price. So, the conversion price is $28.91. I don't know what 130% of that would be. $28.91 times 130%. So 37. So 37.58 plus 28.91. I think if the stock was trading at, $66, GameStop only has to pay the conversion price. So even though the stock's trading at $66, I'm pretty sure they only have to pay back at 28 or 29 or whatever. And then they would keep the difference. So, that would be where being the bond investor has its negatives, because there was more upside exposure with the equity, but the bond investor has more protection. And that's why they wouldn't get the full gain here in this scenario. At least, as far as I'm aware. As far as I'm aware. Just trying to push high a day again. Hopefully you see a breakout here. Would be nice. What's up, Jeff Jolly? Well, if you have the ability or option to take your money back in shares and you get it at the current price, then I would assume that there's the point right there if the shares are at 40. Somebody holding your money for 7, 8, 9 years. I mean, you're getting something out of it, though. They're buying the bond at the equity, $21. And when it's at, $29, that's what you get out of the bond, is that difference, which is like 30% or something like that. Like, it's you're just capping your gain for more priority in the case of liquidation, as far as I'm aware. So the bond investors aren't getting nothing out of it. 30% on $1.5 billion is insane. Or, $2 billion, whatever. 30% on that is almost $500 million. So the bond investor is not getting nothing. They just have more priority over liquidation, so they get less return. And the bank issuing the 0% bond, the bank would normally make money on the the interest rate of the bond as far as I'm aware. So the bank doing, 0% interest on these bonds, I would just assume that GameStop is putting the cash in with the bank they're getting the bond from, and then the bank's, fractional reserve using that money, as 10x leverage. I think the I think that last thing I said was wrong though. I don't think really the bank makes any money on the bond besides creating the bond. So I think that was inaccurate. But it could be an incentive for the bank to create a 0% bond potentially. I don't know. Unless the bond investor agreed to those terms. No, I really don't. Really not sure, man. Like I said, the senior note thing is pretty new to me. I think I understand it, but I don't know if I fully understand it. I'd rather be a shareholder than a bondholder. OG GameStop, though. I don't think they will go bankrupt at this point. Yeah, but you don't have billions of dollars. Like, sure, it's good for you to be a shareholder, but for someone who has billions of dollars, they need liquidation preference. Big money moves different, man. That's why they're rich. Because they move different. If rich people moved the way most people did, they wouldn't be rich. But like that, this, I don't. It's kind of going back to like when I first started streaming, and everyone would get upset at me when I talked about how they didn't need to do anything with the cash and that they could just hold the cash and make hundreds of millions of dollars from interest. Like, sure, you looking at GameStop, you're like, yeah, they should do more with the money. But 4% on billions of dollars is an insane amount of money. I think a lot of people get too fixated on the percentages rather than the dollar that the percentages are producing. I'd rather make I'd rather make 5% on, is 5% right? I don't think 5% is right. I'd rather make 5% on $100,000 than make 1,000% on $100 or $500. Even though it's the same thing, 1,000% on $5 or $100 is the same thing as 5% on $100,000, but I mean, would you rather, you know, to get 1,000% on $500, you're taking a massive risk. So to get that same 1,000% on $100,000, that's not really, it's not really worth the risk, I would assume. So it's like, yeah, maybe that doesn't make sense, but the more money you have, the less risk you should take or can take in some cases, because you can just make so much because of the cash stack. PSA and GME colors. I don't even know what you're saying. Yeah, correct. 4% on billions is massive, yeah. They borrow against their assets. You're still giving such bad advice as the money printers go, brr. Well, am I giving bad advice, or are you just stupid? Because I would argue you don't understand money. Anyone who sits and focuses on inflation in the face of hundreds of millions of dollars getting made. Oh no, inflation! Oh! They made $500 million on 4% interest, but inflation! Ugh, spooky! Spooky inflation. God. People who talk about inflation don't fucking understand inflation. We just went down 60% from the highs and the bonds didn't move. No, the bonds moved. The bonds moved. Does risk get more risky just because you have a lot of money? I'm trying to learn how it works on a big scale for wealthy people. Does risk get more risky because you have a lot of money? I would say it's harder to make more money with more money, because taking the same risks you would do with a small amount of money is a terrible decision when you have a lot of money. You can still make it. You can still make that decision. You know, you can still take the same risk, but it's just a different. It's just different. Couldn't tell you. I've never been a billionaire, but if I was a billionaire, I'd rather you know, I'd rather have risk-free returns than potentially losing a fuckload. At this rate, the US is going to shut down with this inflation. I don't understand why people try to bring in the inflation conversation when they don't even know what they're talking about. Like, they're when a company posts earnings, they don't say, "Oh, we made $1 billion this year, but we actually only made 100 million because of inflation." What? What? Could you imagine? Could you imagine GameStop at the end of the year? We made 500 million in interest income this year, but because of inflation, we only made 50 million. What? What? How does that make any sense? What? What? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, just a slow climb. If you're already wealthy, is super good enough. Yep. But don't listen to me, bro. Listen to the listen to the guy who you know, has like 3 grand and tries to tell you that inflation is gonna outpace your earnings. You know, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Inflation's gonna eat away the 500 million GameStop is gonna make this year. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know how business or money works. Inflation's just gonna, you know, inflation, bro. Better watch out for inflation. The fucking the tens of billions of dollars you're gonna make in the next few years. You better watch out for that inflation. So fucking stupid, dude. Senior notes have priority. Any other debt holdings? Yep. Yep. Senior notes and then prefer or bonds, preferred, and then common stock. Slow climb. Let's see. What is the GME trailer I'm hearing about? They're gonna announce something. I don't know what it's for. Nobody does. None of you poors are billionaires. What's up, Kristen? Rich get richer. Yep. The inflation monster. I just I don't know, man. That just is such a terrible argument. And that's literally the only argument anyone ever brings in here when I talk about this subject. It's always inflation. It's like, do you even understand how inflation works? Inflation, ooh, scary monster. You're literally the only channel I go to now. Can't take anyone serious but you. Well, I appreciate that, Rosh. I feel the same way. I have a hard time taking anyone who talks about trading seriously. You know, I don't necessarily watch my own YouTube channel very often. You know, sometimes I'll go back and review just to like see what I talked about and you know, try to see if there's any ways I could make the stream better, but yeah, I don't watch people talk about trading and investing anymore. You know, people see Warren Buffett as a low risk investor. In a way, that's correct, but he also had very big percentages in single companies early on, not exactly risk adverse at first. Yeah. But he was also, you know, a value investor. So, you know, he's fine. He's buying companies with what he perceives as undervalued. So even if, you know, even if it goes down, he expects in the long term that it will be worth more in the future. So, you know, if you're a value investor, it's a little different because you're downside should be protected. But you're still taking a lot of risk. But every investor is different. And the economic environment he was in is way different than it is now. You know? Berkshire's holding more cash than they ever have in history. So, like, you know, it's funny when people try to make that inflation claim and talk shit about, like, investing in interest or bonds or whatever. But then Berkshire Hathaway literally has more cash than they ever have in history. So, obviously, Berkshire's not afraid of inflation. So, why would some random person coming in my chat talking about inflation matter if someone with hundreds of billions of dollars in cash doesn't give a fuck about inflation? I don't know. A little weird, right? A little weird. It's a little weird. I have a hard time taking anything seriously these days, especially the master traders on the internet. Oh, there's a lot of those. There's a lot of those. Maybe play more Pokemon, have chat make a deck and run it. Do polls over time and build the decks, make it interactive. I just don't want to play Pokemon. I played Pokemon over the weekend. I'm good on that. I pretty much play Pokemon only when I'm bored as fuck and have nothing to do. I saw that Ethan's deck beat a Japanese tournament though. Maybe that was a while ago, but goes to show that deck was decent. There was a Pokemon Champions over the weekend too. Gardevoir EX deck or something. Were the two finalists. Gardevoir EX with Monkey Dory, Screeching Tail? Is that the Pokemon? I don't know what the Pokemon's called. Maybe Screeching Tail was the attack. It was interesting. Love when the meta decks go down. Gme didn't have the cash and wasn't profitable. I would never put this much in a single company. The bet Keith Gill made while it was still very possible it'd go bankrupt, that's quite something. Oh yeah. I still think that was maybe not an easy bet, but it was a good bet. It's kind of like AutoZone. very similar to AutoZone. It was probably, just off of, or Advanced Auto Parts. That's what it was. Off the top of my head, that's the only one I could think of that was like that would be like similar to that, where it's like they were on the path to bank. Well, I don't think Advanced Auto Parts is on the path to bankruptcy, but they were losing a bunch of money, or they are losing a bunch of money. But when the stock was trading at like $30, $40, it was trading under the cash. So like, though though it's not a good, for long term, it doesn't seem like a good investment. Potentially undervalued in that short term time frame just because it's trading under the cash. And there were a lot of factors with GameStop back then. Like, you were about to go into the console cycle, which helped bring in a lot of income, so it didn't go under. See, I don't think this was even. I think last time I checked this, there wasn't a 10K for 2024. So it was like slightly profitable, but they had, 1.8 billion in cash. And when it was trading at $32, I mean, I don't know. Let's see. That's 40%, about 35%, we'll say. So 2.9 or whoops, 29 billion times, we'll just say 35%. So a billion. So yeah, it was trading at a about a bill, or yeah, pretty much at its cash. It was trading at like 1.8, 1.7 billion market cap, and the cash was, or wait, I can't remember. I could have, obviously I researched this a while ago, so I actually don't remember, but I could have swore their cash when I was researching it was higher than their market cap. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't. I can't remember why I thought this was a good investment then. That was a while back ago, but I remember talking about this one a lot. I thought it was because the market cap was under the cash, but I guess I don't remember. So, never mind. Never mind. Under the cash, that generally doesn't happen much, I guess. Most stocks pop at that moment. Yeah. It's very rare stocks trade under the cash. The only time they really do, or really the only time they even trade under the assets, is when it's potentially failing. Keith Gill holding through the 21 squeeze. That's quite something. I mean, debatable whether he held or not. Very debatable. I just don't know where else he would have made that money from if he didn't sell. Unless he was just trading the whole past 3 years. Which was possible, I guess. Or maybe he had a bunch of altcoins he invested in. Made a fat bag on altcoins. Who knows? Who knows? Do you imagine if anybody actually thought GameStop was in danger of bankruptcy anymore? Uh, I mean, I bet the idea is still there for some people. I've seen it in here before. You know, whether they're trolling or not, who knows? YouTube ads are straight AI. Fucking YouTube ads. I can probably turn off ads now. I don't think the stream's hyped up anymore. Yeah, not really. Damn, consistent amount of people in here, though. That's cool. I've actually been wanting to run ads just because it's so easy to block them. Like, all you gotta do is get an ad blocker. Like, it's so easy. So it's just, I don't know. If it's that annoying, I can turn them off, but it's so easy to block. I think you can get an ad blocker for your phone. I'm pretty sure you can get uBlock Origin for your phone. It's called uBlock. uBlock Origin. Right? Pretty sure that's what it is. Where the hell's my extensions? Yeah, uBlock Origin. I'm pretty sure you can get it on your phone, but who knows? Ads help a little bit. Just depends how hyped the stream is. Like, I don't know. Lately, I mean, for a while there, we were only making like $1 a stream, but lately we've been getting a little more views, a little more activity. So, I mean, even if you only make like $5 a stream, you know, that could be like $100. So though it's not like anything that helpful. Hey, $100 is $100. Bruh. Let's see. Found strange a few months ago. I told my brother GameStop had 4.5 billion. Didn't even register for him how much that is. That's a lot of zeros. Now they have 9 billion. It's like, what? That doesn't pique his interest. A company thought to go bankrupt, all of a sudden have 4.5 billion in the bank. Well, most people aren't going to understand the story. Most people don't understand business, finances, like, and you're talking, just like, you can talk about the money, but the money realistically means nothing. It's what they're getting from the money that's interesting. $9 billion is only interesting because, for me, because they're making $315 million a year risk free. Like, I don't give a shit about the $9 billion. I care about the income the $9 billion produces. So, maybe there's a reason it doesn't pique his interest, because he doesn't understand what that $9 billion actually means. But at the same time, I wouldn't expect anyone really to understand that. Especially if you're not very, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is here, but if you're not very accustomed to the stock market, 9 billion, especially, and if you're like, when you think of a company, you think of like Apple or like Tesla or something, $9 billion is nothing. When you're, if you're new to the market or you don't know anything about the market and you're thinking about business and you're thinking about Apple, $1 trillion company, Microsoft, $1 trillion company, like $9 billion might seem like nothing if like that's where your mind is. So, there's more than the $9 billion doesn't really mean a lot. It's the income from it. And, $9 billion is a lot for a company for GameStop, for like a company the size of GameStop. Like, GameStop is small. So 9 billion is a fuckload for a company the size of GameStop. But yeah, I don't know. You shouldn't really worry about or care what other people think about your investment, because they're not going to get it most of the time. I would be so surprised if I told someone everything I know about GameStop and they like somehow miraculously saw the vision I saw. I'd be extremely surprised. Because all the stock market is to a lot of people is just numbers on a screen. So when you're talking about a business behind the stock, I don't think that registers for a lot of people. Sup, Kyle Dent? Just for fun, do you think Berkshire Hathaway is interested in a GameStop position? Probably not right now, but I bet Berkshire will invest in GameStop in the future, especially if they keep consistently making profit. And why wouldn't you? Said this before, if GameStop stops making revenue today, they could exist with 10 years with current cash. Yep. Yep. But you can make, you can make more from the business than the cash. Potentially. So the business isn't going anywhere. The cash is just an add-on. Class is always tomorrow and bankrupts every Friday. Small businessman in me wants you to squeeze every single dollar out of the stream that you can. I just think it's easier to, maybe, I don't know, debatable. Potentially it's easier to grow without ads, because I don't think everyone has an ad blocker, so You know, an ad popping up might be a reason for someone to leave. Sale of the bonds be completed today. It's supposed to be tomorrow, but we'll see. I believe that resilient to market change with the cash, profitable, and Switch 2 fastest selling console of all time. Sale of GameStop Canada still not closed. Disclosed just all money. I think they're only making like 35 million from Canada. So nothing really special, but it'll be nice to get that negative income off the books. Seen GameStop only up 1,000% all times, crazy. Yeah, it's only up like 2,000 from really the lows. Not a lot. It's definitely undervalued in a lot of ways. Crying that companies were denying them their deposits back. Damn. That's crazy. 13 full hours, nice. Almost every single one of them came back to us, and those people gave me the biggest tips that I ever received. That's fire. Hell yeah. Prismatic God Pack from a booster. I don't think I'm gonna try to get it. I'm happy with the black and whites I got. Well, hopefully we get them. I feel like it's gonna be hard to get them from Walmart, isn't it? It's gonna be Bot City. Bot City. Or do you go? Would be nice if you had to do the pre-order in store. That'd be cool. I don't know if I'm around, I'll try, but ultimately I don't care too much. My apartment number wasn't in when I ordered it. I actually might not get mine. Damn. That would suck. Gonna try to pick it up from local post office if they ship it, but they might see the no apartment number and not ship it at all. That would suck. That would suck bad. One each of the Pokemon Center ETBs, but nothing else yet. It's honestly all I want. Like if I could never get Pokemon ever again and only get Pokemon Center ETBs when they come out, I'd be perfectly okay with that. From my perspective, those are the most valuable things in Pokemon. You know, besides the super high value chase cards, obviously. But Pokemon Center ETBs from my view is the most valuable thing you can get. I think it'd be really cool if GME announced digital Pokemon packs and a digital marketplace to trade them. I mean, you already have that. You have Pokemon Pocket. I don't necessarily know if that's something they could do or not. I don't know. Then eBay has the PSA vault, so if it, yeah, I don't know. Only thing worth holding unless you're holding bulk. Booster boxes and PC ETBs are the best. Do like regular ETBs and booster bundles too. They're a bit easier to get, but the good sets will still make you money. 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 I just like the Pokemon Center ETBs because they're such low supply. Seems like almost no matter what, they're gonna be worth like a grand or two in the next few months or next couple of years. Whereas like everything else is very, very debatable. Amount of packs will appreciate well in the collectible world. Yeah, you're getting a lot of packs for the booster box. Like as long as you're picking it up for like $2.50. $7 a pack. I guess that's not that good. you really need whatever you're buying to like double. I mean, it depends what you buy. Some of those booster boxes are like 300 plus. But I don't know. I think I mean investing in Pokemon's similar, not much different than investing in everything else. The only thing interesting about Pokemon is, you know, you're in profit literally the second you buy it. Like that's for me really the only interesting aspect of Pokemon. Other than that, it's no different from stocks or crypto. Like it's the same shit from in my eyes. It's all yeah, you know, who knows where it's actually gonna go. We'll see. I don't like to be too bullish on things. Unless it's GameStop, I guess, but even then. Yesterday I sold my girlfriend's brother a Prismatic and Destin ETB. Prismatic and 151 bundle at retail. Nice. If I don't get my Pokemon Center ETBs, I don't think I'll buy another pack again. I'll be tight. What other investment can you buy at retail and immediately be up 50% or more? It's just crazy. Yeah, there's really nothing. It's literally like the only item you can do that with. Taylor Swift tickets. That's a good point. Taylor Swift tickets. Oh man, that was a good one. That was a good one. There's your close, 23.32. Not bad. Not too shabby. I didn't realize 151 was a Pokemon thing. I heard somebody saying they were stashing all their 151 the other day. And I thought they were talking about Bacardi. Yeah, bro. Collecting my 151. Oh my god. Collecting that 151. 151 rum. I knew homies who make like 50 racks on that. On T Swift tickets? Really? That's insane. I mean, I can see it. T Swift fans are insane, bro. I could definitely see it. Well, I streamed a lot longer than I thought I was going to. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy that we had like 30 to 40 people in here all day, every day, all day. Like that's wild, bro. The little stream's growing. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting, especially if you're new here. Thanks for giving the stream another chance. Let's wait 15 minutes. All right, I'll stick around for 15 more minutes. I'm cool with that. I was literally about to end the stream, and then I saw your message. All right, all right, all right. I'll wait. We'll wait and see. I really doubt they're gonna announce anything, because the bond's not gonna be completed until tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they announce anything. Do you guys see they're gonna make a new Cheech and Chong movie? That shit's funny. I take a toke, and all my worries go up in smoke. 151 status. We track the tickets all over the world with sniping and reselling tickets in Dublin and shit. Damn, that's wild. The Swifties. After ads when Corey's in 2x is the funniest. It puts you in 2x. The little stream that could, amen. Amen, the little stream that could. It's couldn't. It's definitely couldn't. We'll see if it keeps couldn'ting. I don't know what I'm saying. Like a star, like I said. Maybe, we'll see. I thought I told you I'm a star. You see the lights? You see the cars? You're just an alcoholic now. I know, Pokemon investor and maybe an alcoholic. I'd argue that you're right with both your assessments. Who's the new Cheech and Chong? Who's gonna play him? I think Cheech and Chong. I think they're still alive, aren't they? Pretty sure both of them are still alive. Is Push to Start Arcade a hint an online digital game store where you can buy and download games, open 24/7, possibly selling their own games, etc.? Well, they already have a digital game store, so it's definitely not that. They already have that. It could be an expansion of some sort to the digital game store, you know? I like it. I think it's potentially a used digital marketplace or, you know, something along those lines. We'll see. I doubt I'm right, but what else, what else? I haven't seen really any other ideas being brought up that I would think would be viable. We was all tossing in money to buy up as many as we could. We had like 10 Smurfs trying to buy tickets. The stream turning into a river. We flowing. We flowing. It's kind of crazy. GME is such a niche thing, but Corey's a G streaming every day. I mean, this is how you build a stream. You find a niche like this, and you just put in that work. I should probably be putting in more effort, maybe making videos about events as they happen. Like, there's been a lot of videos I could have made, but I don't know. The stream has the most potential from, I don't know. We bought an entire ass row and then jacked the prices. That's so funny, dude. That's ridiculous. Kept that helmet away. What? Can you do a kick for no ads and turn off chat? I just won't run ads next time. It's whatever. I'm not doing kick. Not doing kick, but I'll just run it. I'll just run no ads next time, I guess. I suppose. There's ads on. Yeah, they've been on all day. It's weird how some people get like hella ads and then a majority of people, it seems like they don't get ads at all. Doesn't look like we're gonna get anything. I said no rules kick stream was a thing. I think adding some videos on top of the live streams would help grow the channel, but also way more work and you're streaming for a long time already. The reason why I don't make videos is because I already have all the Sauron content, and that brings, I think it's like 700,000 impressions a month or something like that. So it's like, well, at that point, what's the point of making videos? I'm gonna make a video about GameStop. It's gonna get like 50 views, maybe 100 if I'm lucky. It's like, I don't know. Or I could just do nothing and get thousands of views every day, no matter what. Though it's not GameStop content, it's not related. 460,000 impressions every month. So, I'd rather. I think it's like, about 1,000, anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 views a day. It's like I'd rather get that. I'd rather just run that. And then once that dies out, you know, maybe I'll consider making videos, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I've definitely thought about making videos. It's just sometimes it doesn't seem worth it. Close 5%. Yep. A couple times ads almost made me rage quit. Rip. Rip. Kick got kicked. Yeah, no more kick. It's just so many times they don't replay the stream and I get stuck on the ads. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You have to press skip. Longer run than Whatnot. I got some stuff for a Whatnot stream. I just haven't done it. I need to. I've got like 20 something slabs, I think, right here that I need to sell. Just get rid of. And then that'll be the end of Whatnot. Most likely. What exactly is a Suron? It's an electric dirt bike, basically. With slabbers. I just got a bunch. Just a bunch of random ones. I don't necessarily know if they're even worth anything. I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out whenever I do the stream. As long as I get a little bit. As long as I get like 12 bucks a slab, I guess I'm chilling. But some of them, I don't even know if they're worth like anything at all. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any news here. It's gonna be tomorrow. Well, at least for the bond offering. I know what you're talking about. I thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to sound like a weetod. Yeah. Electric dirt bike. See you tomorrow with no ads. Alright, well, I'm leaving too, so appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting the stream. God bless ya. Shout out to everyone. Moose again, Kristen, Matt Romano, Break Nation, Hugh G, Ruben, Muma. I don't know who else is here. Those are the only names I see. Jeff, Ricks and Gracie, Kyle Dent, KCR, Rosh, Hussein Sauce, Mudcats, Zach Tate, Elvis, Survive and Thrive. Man, there's a lot of names these days. Trader Twin Dad. There's so many names, bro. There's so many names these days. Fake Roaring Kitty. So many names, but appreciate you guys. Thank you if you're new to the stream. Thanks for giving the stream another chance. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. God bless you.